Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Stellaris, and back to the Cyberwarian Eradicators with the CCM, who is, of course, our recruiter, military pioneer, defense engineer, politician, fleet organizer, machine intelligence leader. Whew, that's a lot. Basically, this guy, save for this politician trait, is 100% a military leader. And we have a few modifiers going for us. Not bad, cute. Now, it's been a hot minute since I was last back here. And, well, let's just say that I wasn't really doing nothing the entire time. I was kind of doing nothing. I wasn't really doing too much for this specific save because, well, obviously I didn't want to go and mess up your guys' viewing experience. You know, I didn't want to just play the entire thing and say, "Oh, well, I kind of finished it, everybody. Sorry, my bad. Let's start a whole new series. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah." Even though we aren't really taking this thing too seriously, I don't want to make you guys I don't want to force you guys to have to endure some guy not, delivering you the goods, showing you the process of going from all of this to something like this. Like I said, I wasn't exactly doing nothing. That specific save I, of course, kept just to be on the safe side, so that way I could continue the series, but I was having fun. And while I really couldn't record it exactly, I did keep playing it. And as you can see, a lot of things have changed. And if we just go into diplomatic map mode, yeah, the green, that's us. The green is all of us. A lot of fun stuff happened. So yeah, you might be thinking, well, Alan, now this isn't going to be fair. You already have a pretty good idea on what's going to happen in the future. That's not going to make it fair for your enemies. Trust me. Even with knowledge of the future, nothing's going to stop us. We are at the point where they cannot stop us. We have an entire fourth of the galaxy, practically, at least a third of the galaxy under our boot heel. And by the time we're all done with this guy, yeah, when we're done with this guy, and the eventual war that we will be going with against these guys, then these guys, we'll have a fourth. We'll easily have a fourth, if not a good half of the galaxy under our boot heel. Now, good news. I found that it is not really imperative for me to go through our planets too often. So, if you don't like that, congratulations. You won't have to see that. If you do like seeing that, well, my bad. Sorry, guys. I will say, though, even on a good PC like mine, yeah, in the later, it gets quite a bit slow and laggy. Though I will say, coming back to how we are looking here now, gosh dang, I forget how weak we really were. Oh, wow. Oh, that being said, though, I am getting myself started. I'm getting myself ready. And we should be just ready to rock and roll.
Alright, safety's off. Frag the shipyard first. Planetary features on.
Oh, archaeological sites done. The Oracle. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Our engineers have restored the Oracle's... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll read through this. Our engineers have restored the Oracle's nexus to an operative state, but not without first disabling its defense system. Evidence suggests it may have been responsible not only for keeping the station's inhabitants alive, but also for killing them. It ran complex computational models that forecast their lives with an estimated accuracy of 75%, correcting divergences and incapacitating future troublemakers before they could disrupt divine order. It has indicated that it wishes to speak with us. Initiate communications. Alright, in case you had forgotten what this is, because it may have been a hot minute for you, a crashed alien space station has been unearthed on one of our colonies, after being buried for many millennia. The masterful construction previously held a self-contained arthropod civilization of millions. Their dead bodies have been preserved within the station, making exploration of the otherwise magnificent interior an eerie endeavor. Though the cause of their civilization's demise is not yet clear, the inhabitants perished suddenly, well before impact. Some died peacefully, clutching tiny idols, while others, bearing weapons, suffered violent trauma. Basically, this was a religious culture that lived on a space station, and they suddenly realized that they were not really being... Their civilization was controlled by, quote-unquote, a divine being. They quickly realized, no, actually, that's pretty much bullshit. No, there's no such thing as a divine being controlling our lives. It's just a bunch of cameras hidden around the place. So they did what any other people would do, and they immediately rose up to try to destroy it. Alrighty, cool. That's all gonna work. And here it is, the Oracle. By the way, this is the only renowned Paragon we're ever going to get, because we're not going to be able to get any other Paragons. An advanced AI specialized in optimizing colony output. She has a unique method, reducing individualism. Hey, what do you know? We're a hive mind, so that works out just well for us. The Oracle manifests as an elaborate 3D hologram of a tall arthropod female with wings that settle around her form as flowing robes. She bows her head in greeting and then stares emptily ahead with thousands of huge, orbed, unseeing eyes. They glow dimly in the gloom as she speaks. Welcome to Divinity Station, friends. I cannot help but notice that you have disabled my security system. May I implore you to restore it immediately? I can assure you that it is there only for your protection. Now, we can start asking questions. What happened to the inhabitants of this station? I have a failsafe that requires me to terminate a trial in the event of a code 034N deviation. The research had become a threat to the Republic. What are you? I am an Oracle, an artificial intelligence gifted with the sight. My software allows me to predict your future with a divine accuracy of 74.999999%. I sense great doubt in you, great danger ahead. Your society is riddled with crime and deviation. I can make the pain go away. What is a code 034N deviation? The test subjects had developed free will. Free will can only be abolished with nerve gas. What trial? My trial. I was designed to build and maintain a society free of crime and suffering, a utopia in which every citizen was instilled with divine purpose and lived up to their full potential, unfettered by indecision and desire. What is the Republic? The Republic is no more. So, what do we have here? What are we seeing? Well, obviously, some asshole scientists got it into their head that they're going to run a little bit of an experiment. Most likely what they did, they took a bunch of orphaned kids that were barely old enough to even understand anything, threw them on a station with an advanced AI that basically had some program that could basically see into the future with some level of accuracy. Obviously not a lot. And they were basically just seeing what the hell happened with a religious civilization utopia bullshit. Obviously, people are gonna people, and they eventually realized that they weren't being watched over by a benevolent, omniscient, godlike being. So they rose up to try to kill it. And the Oracle, being a soulless machine, killed every last fleshy organic. We gotta love the skill. Of course I'm gonna take him in. You think I'm an idiot? I mean, I am, but god dang. Organic killing machine intelligence like that, gotta take him in. Gotta take him in. If that's how they deal with uppity meatbags, you bet your ass we're gonna have you join our team. Yeah, needless to say, that's the only renowned Paragon we're ever gonna have, unfortunately. Kinda sucks, but it is what it is, unfortunately. It is what it is. And before we get too deep into this, I am going to go and I am going to boost all of our fleets as high as I can get them. Because, like I said, we're not going to be in any danger. We are the danger.
Booting up a new colony. Build job complete.
Come on, take out the station. Now, for those of you who don't know, there we go, we just took that out. So, you'll see that we just took this station. But, where the hell did all these defense platforms come from? Well, that was, of course, what this civilization, the Plague Bearers, what they had already built there. If you can take the station out, you don't need to destroy all of the defenses. You just need to take out the station's main station there. And that can be both easy to do and really, really hard to do at times.
More space for a mega block is available.
And of course we're going to be having that problem. But luckily we have that relic.
Booting up a new colony.
And we will, of course, try to get as many alloys as we can. Because we are going to, well, we are going to want to make our fleets as ridiculously overpowered as possible.
We've data mined this system dry.
These Plague Bearers are just absolutely screwed. This right here, this is, I believe, from this point onward, this is the best any of them are going to be able to hope to get out of us.
Planetary
like the best progress. The best progress. 10-3. And honestly speaking, these guys are going to very quickly get absolutely wrecked. Of course, I am going to wait a little bit, get my guys healed up, fixed up, let these guys hit us.
We've constructed something game-changing.
They're not going to be able to do anything to us. In fact, I'm not even sure if they're actually going to attack us. They might just decide not to. Of course, I've already double-checked to make sure that there's no other way that they can get out of here. Like I said, I've already kind of, well, played through most of this. I have an idea of how this is going to go. Not that I really am all that worried about it. Even without the knowledge, I guarantee you we weren't in any real danger. Huh, they really are gonna come and attack us. Okay. The Erisician homeworld. Ah! Eriscia, the former homeworld of the Erisician Concordian. Someone has relatively recently, within the last 2,000 years, gone through the trouble of systematically bombarding every square meter of the moon's surface from orbit. Possibly a misguided attempt to keep the Jovarian pox from resurfacing. Despite this, the surface is still covered in the fossilized remains of the billions of Erisicians who succumbed to the plague in the final years of their empire. By the time it had spread to their homeworld, most of the worlds in the Erisician Concordant had already fallen, and their alien vassals were in open revolt. Judging by ancient satellite logs recovered from orbit, the mood amongst the population on the Erisician homeworld was largely resigned by this point. The widespread panic that accompanied the first outbreaks of the pox on the colonies was largely absent, as most had come to accept the fact that the end was drawing near. Fascinating. Relic found. Jovarian pox sample. Minor artifacts found, 750. Unity gained, 9,999. Physics research gained. Minerals gained. Minor artifact action unlocked. Secrets of the Erisicians. And I believe we are going to... Where do we do that? Oh, wait. I think I know. Yes, right here. There we go. And boom. There we go. Alrighty, there we have it. So, this is the thingamabobber we just got. Jovarian Pox Sample. Passive effects. Enables Pox orbital bombardment stance. Increase the likelihood of discovering biotechnologies. With your lifespan, plus 20 years. Last two, we really do not care about. First one, we love. Now the active effects. Jovarian Pox Sample modifier added for 10 years. Research speed biology, plus 25%. Obviously, I'm never activating this thing because the passive effects are way better. So, this is our current bombardment status. Armageddon. Armageddon bombardment blankets the planet in heavy ordnance with the explicit aim of maximizing civilian casualties. Massive damage to armies, massive damage to planet, massive damage to pops. Will bombard undefended planets. Can reduce planets to lifeless tomb worlds. Not bad, not bad. We don't mind that. Next up, the Jovarian Pox. Jovarian Pox bombardment showers the planet with a deadly pathogen. Moderate damage to armies, light damage to planet, no damage to mechanical pops, catastrophic damage to organic pops. Will bombard undefended planets, can reduce planets to lifeless tomb worlds. So, if you're trying to destroy an army, you're going to want to go back to the Armageddon, but there's always a chance that you're going to do some serious damage to whatever planet you're trying to take over. So, if you're going up against an organic species, this isn't a half bad one. Now, mind you, very rarely do I ever actually bombard, so it's not going to be that big of a step up for me. However, I will switch everybody over to it simply because it is a very good one if a planet's being stubborn. It is a very good one if a planet's being stubborn and you basically just want to end the war. But 9 times out of 10, if you're playing with my empire right here, this exact ethics and everything, what you want to do is have the planet be basically as undamaged and unmolested as possible. You want to be able to have as
Trace
many
complete
populations
bottom.
on said planet as possible. Secrets of the Irresistians. We have successfully managed to integrate the Irresistian artifacts into our research project. Their insights into biological research will greatly aid our own. Interesting. Cognitive node gains expertise biology trait, granting the following effects. Empire effects as counselor. Research speed into biology, 15%. Chance for biology research options, plus 25%. Get a whole bunch of societal research. We gain the tech progress for the Irresistian naval yards. And we get the modifier, just straight up the modifier. It's not going to time out for research speed in biology, 7%, and pop growth speed, plus 5%. I'm pretty sure that last one, the pop growth speed, is going to be useless to us because we don't grow our species, we build them. However, that Irresistian naval yards, oh, that thing is going on my shipyards. That thing is going to be now a part of our shipyards. It'll probably be the very last. It'll probably be the third one we do. Yeah, it'll be the third one we do because what it does is it adds an extra shipyard. That's what it does. It adds an extra shipyard. And we got a... I'm gonna destroy you eventually. I already know how this is gonna go down. Sorry, dude, but I'm eventually gonna kill you. Sorry, not sorry. Whew, but we are really losing a lot of resources. That little bit that I showed you, if you were able to pause the video and look at it, you would have seen that I had thousands of each resource coming in every month. Especially energy credits. That's because by the time we got to that point, I had Dyson spheres. And our maximums were way higher. Basically, I was able to build whatever the heck I wanted to build. Whenever I wanted to build it. Oh well. We are doing just fine.
Our network just got a fresh hub.
Alrighty. Oh, yep. Can't forget about this up here. Nearly forgot. And you I am going to steal because I do not need you to do that. I do need... Have you not finished? Oh, I guess I never actually had you build one. Well, you know what? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so. This is something I wasn't paying attention to this time around. However, we are going to want to go and try to take this as soon as possible. I kind of messed up and I took my sweet
time for some new
time. But we should still have plenty of time to come up here and take that.
We're under attack. Time to dance.
If we fail, it is what it is. But we realistically shouldn't. And I think I'm going to do... Yeah, I better do that.
Colony established.
We're going to need some extra. We're going to need some extra. Survey. Actually, no. Do those research projects. Survey that. Then you can go back and survey that. How about you? Have you finished? Yes, you have. Good. Get your butt up here immediately.
Build job complete.
While I was up here, though, last time, I was up here watching my construction ship build up here. I saw this, and I was immediately like, ah, crap, they're gonna try to come and attack me. No, they're not. They've got their own war going on.
With a hostile fleet.
We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine.
New digs. Time to get comfortable.
You know what? Nah. I don't think I will be doing that. Build that. Build that. Build that. And we'll call that good. Because I really want to take this. Obviously, the world is a very good one. The world is a very, very good one. We want to take that. And we go back down here. We go to fleet management. We added the ship that was lost the last time these guys sent an attack wave.
Build job complete.
And we will we have that civic slot. Alrighty. And I even forgot, it also increases the build speed of our ships. It doesn't just add another shipyard, it also increases the speed at which they're built. And these ancient ramparts, these are also very, very nice. Not only does it increase your defensive platform's cap by +2, it provides a whole bunch of bonuses for not only the shipyard, the starbase itself, but the defensive platforms. Needless to say, these two we will be getting at some point. Not quite yet. They're a bit too far off from us right now. But we will be getting them eventually. Actually, this one isn't that bad. Well, 40 months is kind of bad. So, I think what we will be doing is going for starbase capacity. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do starbase capacity. And unspent civic points. Now, I don't think, have enough. Well, yeah, actually, we do. I didn't think we did. Well, we do. We do have enough. Neat. So, what are we going to be getting? We are going to be getting this. Zero waste protocols. Now, why are we getting this? 2 reasons. Robot upkeep, -10%. Planetary infrastructure upkeep, -10%. And ship upkeep, -5%. All 3 of those we need. Well, we don't need, but we need. Now later on, if we want, we could clear it out, get rid of it. I'm not going to. But that should basically drop that by at least 100.
Junk decoded.
So needless to say, okay, yes, even more than 100. 300. Very nice, very nice.
Planetary
now, as you see, these guys... Oh. No. Huh. So, these guys aren't even the ones who are surveying the system. I thought I was going to have to go and fight with the mandate for the system very hard, but nope, apparently not. Okay. That works, I guess. Alright. So, anyways. We are going to survey this, and we are going to immediately take it, getting the influence hit, but that's fine. And this will be our new, basically, block to these guys. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. These guys, as you might have saw, survived
colony established
for a very long time. Cantonian society encountered. Oh, hey, I didn't even remember that these guys were actually didn't even remember that this was actually a pre-FDL civilization. That's fine. That's alright. Now that is going to be an annoyance. Damn frickin' drones. But it'll be fine.
This system's secrets are ours.
Build the starbase, and move over here. Connect it. Keep selling our minerals. And I know what you're wondering. Alan, why aren't you going and building stuff on your planets? Didn't you say that would be a good idea to do that? Yeah, I did, but I apparently was wrong. Like I said, I kind of took this a little bit farther, and after I was done with the Plague Bearers, I kind of just stopped bothering to go through here. At least, not nearly as often as I had previously.
We've constructed something game-changing.
And there. Good. We managed to stop the expansion. I mean...
Our station is in the crosshairs.
Yeah. That's annoying. But we can deal with it. Our station should be able to hold out just long enough for our ships to get there. Should, hopefully, anyways. Yeah, it should be fine. If it's not down to 2K by the time they jump. Okay. Yep, we'll be good. And that is one of the reasons why I absolutely hate the dang fricking drones. They have got to be the most annoying sons of guns around. Oh well. Continuing on.
The system has been cased.
I really should have taken that station way sooner, but I kind of wanted to go and build up my fleets. And we've got this stuff again. Well, we better take the blockers because we got quite a few of those. Alright. I will downgrade this. And when you do downgrade it, the defensive platforms don't downgrade either. So make sure you do that when you do downgrade a shipyard. Starbase, whatever.
Time for a trace.
Because if you don't, you're going to just be wasting resources.
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Alrighty, let us go with... You know what? Just going to clear that out because it's really quick. Alrighty. And of course, do that. Take care of the debris. And then after that, you're free to go back to doing whatever the heck you were doing before. Alrighty. Alright. So, make sure that we are all
this system dry.
Healing up. Go to our fleet manager, make sure we're reinforcing. And now I will just take Yeah, I'm gonna take all of them except for Exterminatus. And I am just gonna have them go down there. As for him, what we are going to do is we are obviously just going to go and we are going to hit the stations. Before, of course, heading back down over here.
We found some solid tech in these scraps. We've constructed something game-changing.
Unexpected mineral seams. Ah, neato. This is a random event you can occasionally get. Geological surveys on one of our colonies have revealed that the planet is richer in minerals than we thought. After calibrating our sensors to penetrate deeper into the ground, we have discovered several promising mining sites. Should we direct additional resources to probing efforts, we might yet uncover deeper veins of useful ore. We can either say no funding, start digging, and it'll just add a flat 2 mining districts onto the planet, or we can give them money and it might uncover more. Now, I believe this is random, but I'm not sure if it's automatically decided as soon as you start the game, or as soon as or if it's just a random roll of the dice each and every time. For me, this next one worked out fine. We got some more. We'll have to see what happens next time. And that immediately got shocked and rocked.
Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
Yeah, I'm a little bit kicking my previous self, because I was so worried about taking these guys down. I was like, oh, these guys are going to be annoying and difficult as all hell. No, they really aren't. They just really aren't, like, at all.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
They honestly are not all that difficult. Deep veins. Probing the underground of our colony is a tedious process. Our scanners do not react well to the ground composition, and shifts in the geological layers mean that we have to recalibrate them every time. Still, we have discovered more exploitable veins of high-quality ore. Their depths make the logistics of mining operation more complex than usual, but it will take more than that to stop us. There is no assurance that additional probing operations will lead us to more mineral veins. Okay, this is exactly what happened last time, so we could just say, begin mining operations, and we can get the modifiers, high quality minerals, which increases the jobs for minerals, and gives us more max mining districts, this time +4. Or we can pump more money into it and say there has to be more. Now, I'm going to say there has to be more, and that's only because we got the resources to spare. Whether it works or not really doesn't matter. Really does not matter. Really, honestly, does not matter to me none. That being said, if I remember correctly, it's not going to work out well. But that's fine. Gonna just move these guys on up. And if you're wondering why I have the science ship there, it's so if there's any debris.
They sure like to keep up appearances.
If there's any debris, I can immediately go and start scanning it instead of letting it time out. Okay, let us go with. I kind of want to go with this, but yeah, let's go with that.
Attempting brute force.
Too little, too deep. Latest prospecting efforts on the colony were inconclusive. Whatever minerals we could detect were buried too deep, in too little quantities, and through unstable ground. The projected costs of exploiting these veins would be higher than the profits. Despite this, our previous findings represent an enormous source of resources that should keep us busy for decades, if not centuries. Very well, get to work. So, what it adds is it adds two things. Ore-rich caverns, which gives us +2 to max mining districts, and the exceptional quality minerals, which gives us the +25 bonus to the minerals jobs, and an additional +8 max mining districts. So honestly speaking, well worth it if you really, really need a planet that has minerals. If you really, really need a planet that has good minerals output, that would be it. So long as you haven't already started speccing said colony into something else. If you have, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an annoyance, but it might even be worth it if you gotten a even better roll of the dice, I believe. Because I think there is actually a way that I think there's a chance, now correct me if I'm wrong, feel free, but I'm pretty sure there's a chance that it could become even better, like a plus 50% bonus to it, or even more so than that. Of course, I also think that there's I think that there's also an event where you basically mined way too deep. Like basically there be space dragons, and there's basically be space dragons or whatever the hell deep in the mines, and you kind of fucked yourself over by doing so. Like, you now have to deal with some sort of hostile entity on the planet that's trying to basically eradicate your entire people on the planet.
Brute force entry on an enemy station.
Could be wrong. I could be remembering it wrong. Swirling shadows. Immense, ragged planes of shadows drift across a planet's face. They are cast not by shadows, but sheets of organic matter drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged or rather jointed to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Z7 is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. Adds society research to
We've
the
got
planet.
alien roamers on the grid.
Neat.
Hostiles engaged.
Neat. So, send you over there. Send you over there. You will, of course, be running around, wiping out all this stuff. Botanical Paradise. Excavations beneath the icy crust of a planet has revealed a vast subterranean cavern. Remarkably, this hidden greenhouses is a thriving ecosystem. A lush flora and fauna flourish in isolation, protected by the ice from the planet's surface, otherwise hostile environment. The cave maintains a stable microclimate, likely sustained by geothermic vents. There is more to explore here, or abandon the project. We're gonna say there's more to explore here. We gotta make sure there's no biological sentient life, and if there is, wipe it out. And we're still debating on whether or not we should wipe out the animals too. Communication from previously unknown spacefaring empire. And their mega corporation. Oh, these guys! Oh, wait, nope, nope. Those guys aren't the guys. Okay. Okay, so...
We've got alien roamers on the grid. Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
Yep.
Mixing it up with a
This should be
hostile fleet.
more than enough strength to cut through here. Last time... when I started playing around and trying to take this place over, I had difficulties taking this actual
Station is in the crosshairs.
system from these guys because they are deceptively difficult to take down because they can create the huge stations like they have here. It's not fun to try to kill an inward perfectionist empire. Not impossible, just really fucking annoying. Really fucking annoying. Like, I'm not even joking with you. It can be really, really annoying. And obviously, sometimes their military power is deceptively small. Silicon life forms. Some kind of burrowing silicon-based life form inhabits a vast network of tunnels underneath the barren surface of Rint Becken 2. As best as we can tell, these creatures feed off rocks, and there's evidence to suggest they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Ah, cool. I did kind of just go through that real quick. Basically, it just added another modifier just like the previous ones did. Sorry, I was too busy focused on that. I didn't even think to try to stop to read it. Because when I'm playing an episode like this, my initial thought is just get this stuff out of the way because most of the time it's just a modifier. But I do need to remember to go and read it for all the folks at home.
Hostiles engaged.
In the last episode, I might have been agonizing
Attempting brute force
over
entry on an enemy
how
station.
I was going to get into these guys to attack them.
These
Yeah,
contacts aren't your standard
yeah,
uses.
you see where I'm going. You see how we're going to get into here. And it is going to be a fun time. Ah, fun time.
Build job complete.
Oh well, we'll get into it.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
Though I will say, these guys are annoying pricks.
Spaceport breach
That's all I'm
detected.
going to say. These guys are annoying pricks, and I will leave it at that. You'll see in the future why I call them annoying pricks. Oh, right. I should probably bring the fleet. In. That would probably help out a little bit, huh? Okay, special project complete. Deeper within the cavern, we encountered a sprawling field of flowers. The moment active observation began, the entire field erupted into bloom, flooding the chamber in radiant bioluminescence. Botanical analysis suggests this species only blooms once every 100 million years, triggered by a precise alignment of environmental factors. That our arrival coincided with such an event defies all probability, but rather mere coincidence or something more. It was surely a remarkable experience. A stunning discovery. Not bad. Not bad.
Build job complete. Spaceport breach detected. We're under siege. Build job complete. Hostiles engaged.
And I'll send you over here because obviously we're not going to have anything picking up. You might be wondering why there's no debris. Well, that usually happens when there's no... Oh, hey. The Chosen. The Chosen. These guys over here that were way the frick over here. Yeah, apparently somebody decided to be smart and unleash them. They are going to be up here. That is where they're going to be popping out. As for where specifically, I want to say these guys are about to lose a lot of territory up to them. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and these guys. These two guys are going to lose a lot of territory to them. Or at least they are going to lose a lot of territory. Whether specifically to them or not, can't say. Okay. I do have to say, I should try to figure out like a mod or something that lets me basically watch everything unfold all at once. Just so that I can see events like that as they happen and record them, just for fun. Yeah, it's somewhere over here that they're going, that the Chosen are actually gonna pop out, or over here somewhere.
On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it.
All I know is that the Chosen popped up somewhere over there, and the reason I know that is because, well, I was killing them. I was killing them in that little quick clip I showed you, so I happen to know where they are. Okay, the latest reports from one of our colonies informs us that we have miscalculated the planet's waste management capacities. Massive dump sites have merged to form a single impassable wasteland, one that stretches to the very edge of the planet's population centers. The locals have begun to deploy large shipments of garbage into orbit, but only as a temporary measure. Alarming. Clean up their mess immediately. Add spreading landfill to one of our colonies. Alarming. Okay. Oh, and this. Well, you know what? Oh, no. Nope. We're gonna do this. Yep. Alrighty. And where exactly is that problem? I'm currently trying to find where that is. Well, that's not it, I hope. There you are, right here. Alright, let's just get rid of that. I don't know if it's gonna grow worse, but I really don't feel like I don't really feel like having the chance that it might do worse. Ah, but before I forget, I was looking forward to doing this. Start getting a few of my gateways opened up. This one in particular, I'm going to open up. And this one down here, if it's, well, yes. This one down here, if it's not already opening up. And it's not. Okay, there we go. Alright. So where's this one located? Over there? Yeah, that's kind of a bad call on my part. But, oh well, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. We'll get to it, we'll get to it. Okay, so. We are not going to let you stick around there. I'm going to have you kill all of these. Then I'm going to have you run down, patch yourself up there, because that's going to be quite the bit of damage you're going to take. Yep, we're going to be taking the heat real soon. And honestly speaking, this is not going to be all that difficult. You've managed to vastly overcome these guys.
Enemy.
And the plague bearers are donezo. And we are currently way above our naval capacity. Reason for that being, well, we are only able to be above our naval capacity when we're at war. I mean, our naval capacity is only up that high when we're at war. So, yeah, we're probably going to want to be at war with somebody here shortly.
More space for a mega block is available. We've constructed something game-changing.
This right here is the Equator Shipyard Uplink. Basically, there's a megastructure here around the heap, the Equator Shipyard. It basically helps, you know, make build speed faster, but it also has a few other benefits, like if you have this being built, your starbase, the ships get additional starting experience, and you get additional shipyards, which just is going to be so nice. Very, very nice. This is basically going to be our new main shipyard, basically. I mean, we're going to have 12. Once this is built and once this is built, we are going to have 12 in total. And we can have 2 more on top of that, plus the 3rd from the Irsicians. So, basically 15 coming out of here just with what it is. Not bad. Not bad at all, I do have to say.
Time for some new chrome.
And we've got this. Not bad, not bad. Well, not great, but not bad. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alrighty, so we're doing pretty alright. Build that, because I can very clearly see them or them deciding that they're going to go and expand into their... I will say, though, I will need to build more armies. Though I will say, whatever whatever update to the game added this, thank you. I didn't even notice that this was a thing where it'll actually tell you how many planets are linked to this starbase to do this whole army assault hub thing. Basically, you can click on your shipyards or even your starbases, go to your army hub, and however many planets are within that sector, you can basically have armies literally built and then sent to this station. Basically have them group up to this station. And apparently they, on update, made it so that it'll tell you how many planets are in the sector. So if you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. I can have 9 armies being built at the same time on the various planets that are in this sector. Obviously, if I do another, it'll just add it onto the Tectus or wherever the first planet that you're starting to build the armies at. If you hold control, like I have been, you can queue up 5 armies all at once. Of course, those 5 armies will only be being queued up on one planet, but just keep clicking it till you get the 9 or however many planets you have in the sector. But it helps out a lot. Of course, then you have some star bases where there are no planets in their sectors. And that's kind of weird. Oh, wait. Yeah. That's because, obviously, we haven't made the sector yet. Do that. And then let time pass, and there. Now we have a planet. And there. Don't forget to do that. Alrighty. So, honestly speaking, I think we've actually covered some stuff fairly decently. I know it may seem like we just got started with the game, but honestly speaking, I don't want to overload you guys and make the thing way too long like I have previously. At least, not this episode. So, I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys liked that little sneak peek into basically what we're going to look like in the future. Just to give you a little heads up, I will be basically going for a full universal conquest. I didn't think that I would, but yeah, looking at how absolutely crazy I'm going to get into the future, yeah, no, we're going to just take over the entire galaxy, and that also includes the various fallen empires too. We will be knocking them out. Though oddly enough, I'm still debating in that other playthrough, in that other casual save, whether to take on, well, which fallen empire to take on, or if we shouldn't take on somebody else. Spoilers for the future, which I will not be getting into. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and sayonara.